if, reality wasn't an issue, what is the furthest dream you could ever think about? So to me, back then, it was even younger, right? It was like 16, 17. What was the biggest dream a 17-year-old could think about? So to me, at that point of time, I love movies. At that point, there was a lot of magazines. So a lot of your like celebrities, especially in the US celebrities, became the furthest thing I could think about. Being friends with Tom Cruise. Wow, that is so far out of the realm of possibility, right?
Yeah.
I foolishly answered that was my goal.
Yeah.
And then through the years, that kind of seeded in. So to me, my passion for photography and celebrity, that was my first goal. It's like, how do I do that?
Right.
Didn't have a clue, so fuck it lah. Just went to LA, figured everything out.
Damn.
The beauty about going to school, it bought me some time because you need like visas and green cards and stuff like that, right? So that bought me, I think, 3 years, and then after college, you could stay on for another 12 months. So to me, I knew I had this 4 years like die, figure shit out, right?
Yeah.
And during these 4 years, I just figured it out. So someone in advertising told me like, the exact words, be a photo slut. Work with everyone, because my school was cross-disciplinary. We had car designers, advertising. These were people that were really top of their game, right? The school was fairly famous. So for me, I just made friends. I just worked everywhere. The beauty of it was, before, some of the kids that I worked with for their projects, I would shoot their projects for them, graduated and found jobs in big agencies. True enough, I was in my second year, not even graduated. I think it was like one more year to graduate. One of the friends that I shot with, he eventually went on to work with Ford.
Whoa.
Ford, right?
Yeah.
So even before I graduated, and because, he didn't have any like photography friends, so when he was tasked with a project, he was tasked with relaunching the Ford GT project, GT40 project. So it was a vintage sports car that was big in the 40s and 50s. It stopped for a while, and around the 2000s, they wanted to relaunch the project. So he was he wasn't heading the team because he was still fairly junior, but his job was to sort of find a photographer.
Yeah.
So the big name photographers, he didn't really know, right? He was like, hey, Kevin, I have this thing. It's not we need a test shoot first, and then we'll launch it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
damn.
A lot of it was so far outside my comfort zone, but it was also, you knew this was a good shot, right?
Lifetime.
Right? So that's what we did. So even before I graduated, I shot my first national campaign, which was launching the Ford GT40.
That is crazy.
And every step of the way, it was just nerve-wracking. Like, it was just like, you are stepping outside your comfort zone. Thankfully, I had a really good group of friends that all rallied up to help me. So, if it's like, many brains are better than one, right?
Yeah.
So for them, it's like, okay, how do we make sure everything is flawless? Because to them, it was exciting for them as well. It's like, wow, big first shoot. We shot it, we rented a big studio, and these were the days of like few $100,000 budgets.
Ooh.
Nowadays are slim. So even before graduating, getting this like 100,000 plus budget campaign was super exciting, right?
Crazy.
So I think that was, to me, the big break. And then suddenly after that, we launched it, and then Mercedes called me. Hey, we saw what you did for the Ford thing. So by the final year of school, I was already kind of shooting these like big campaigns.
Yeah.
And so thankfully that was the route, but my goal was still celebrity photography, right? Car photography was a passion. I love cars. But after I graduated, what happened was the world started going very digital. Traditional car photography got replaced by CGI, three-dimensional, wireframe and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They were able to churn things out a lot faster and cheaper than photography could.
Oh no.
So from shooting cars together with the backgrounds, eventually I was just asked to shoot the background plates. And then they would digitally enhance the car and just drop the car in.
Wow.
So after a while, I think that became my push to get out of it, right? Because, I didn't want to become a landscape photographer. I think I was still pretty young. So I think to me, it was just like, okay, you know what? What I wanted to do was celebrity photography. It's time to start.
Somehow